the school which is taking a part of this telebridge contact is the I.r.s.e.a, Institute of Research and Education non-profit, located in Bisceglie, in the northern area of Bari and Foggia. It aims at a link through a synergic cooperation between the world of university research and the working experience of trade unions, company organization, liberal profession, and so on. Irsea is Tosanamed working in regional and inter-regional area in business, department, agriculture, food, tourism, and environment, company finance, trade, public administration, small and average enterprise in different areas, as education for job through educational activity to support manager and the business universe to job, through educational activity to help young people, postgraduate and qualified looking for a job, vacation guidance through support activity to choose one studies and research about local, social and economic situation with particular reference to small and average enterprise. We have here today about 20 students with some kids, also many people coming from the local radio club, many ham radio operators, and also parents, and of course the ARISS team, which is taking part here. The students come from the northern area of Bari and the southern area of Foggia. And while the weather here today, I said before, is very warm, we are running about 28 degrees, and even if the sky is cloudy, the summer is still here, and we are going on with air conditioning. So this is the brief information that I gave you, and let me know if you need something more.
Thank you so much, Jenny. That was very, very nice and interesting. So you are located in a place called Molfetta, is that true?
Yes, it is true. Molfetta is a small town, about 50,000 people. It's located northern, about 35 kilometers northern of Bari, while the Fresson district, which is hosting us, is a place in which I do not suggest to come with your life for getting your credit card. It's better for you. It's a very beautiful place for fashion and for to visit, in which to spend free time, and you can find a lot of good things here.
Thank you, Jenny. Now, I'm calling Liverpool. Graham is taking care of distributing the audio of this event over a worldwide amateur radio network called Echolink. Can you tell us in a few words, Graham? Go ahead.
Yeah, hello everyone. My name's Graham Lawton, and my amateur radio call sign is G7EBY, Golf 7 Echo Victor Yankee. I'm located about 10 miles or 16 kilometres from Liverpool on the west coast of England. Today I'm going to be sending audio from the contact with the ISS through the internet using the Echolink system. I send the audio into computers in America and Japan called servers. From here the audio can be listened to from anywhere in the world by amateur radio operators who have Echolink installed on their own computer at home, or on special radio transmitters called repeaters that can be listened to by a large number of radio operators at the same time. In the last year, we've reached hundreds of listeners in over 36 countries. And now all of you have become a part of this worldwide experience. And with that, I wish you all the best with your contact, and I'll hand it back to Gaston.
Thank you so much, Graham. Well, as you can see on the world map, the ISS is presently crossing the North American continent, and the circle of visibility is getting nearer and nearer to the ground station in Greenbelt. So, Dave, can you tell us something about the way you will be running the contact? Go ahead.
Certainly, Gaston. Hello, everyone. We are, as Gaston said, in a radio station located at the Goddard Space Flight Center near Washington, D.C. I have a Kenwood TS2000 transceiver that we'll be using to talk to the space station, with antennas on the roof of the building. The frequency of the transmitter and the direction of the antennas are both being controlled by a computer, a desktop computer here. And I will be manually switching the radio between transmit and receive, so I will be listening for the students and for Doug on the station to say over, and that tells me when I should switch the radio. We're just getting into the fall season here, a little colder than usual. Today's temperature is only going to be about 17 degrees Celsius, which is about 5 or 6 lower than usual. It's been rainy, so it's a mostly cloudy day, but glad to hear you have a nice day down there. Back to you, Gaston.
Thank you so much, Dave. Well, we are nearly near the time of acquisition of signal, and we are going to be very, very silent now in the room. Remember that what we are doing on ISS is an experiment. Like everything amateur radio does is an experiment. So we can never tell the result, it can be positive or negative, until the experiment is over. And students, don't forget to say over, please. In about 1 minute, 30 seconds, the station should be coming over Maryland. So, Dave, it's all yours. Good luck.
Okay, thank you, Gaston. We've got just about 10 seconds till AOS, so we'll open the squelch on the radio and start calling. NA1SS, NA1SS. This is K6DUE calling on schedule. Over. NA1SS, NA1SS. This is K6DUE calling for scheduled contact. Over. NA1SS, NA1SS. This is K6DUE calling. Over. NA1SS, NA1SS. This is K6DUE calling. NA1SS, NA1SS, this is K6DUE. I heard you very faintly, Doug. Try it again. We'll see when you're close.
Kilo 6, Delta Uniform Echo. This is November Alpha 1 here the International Space Station. Over.
NA1SS from K6DUE. I copy, but you are still very noisy. Let's give it another try and see if your signal comes up. NA1SS, NA1SS from K6DUE. You copy? NA1SS, NA1SS. This is K6DUE calling.
Kilo 6, Delta Uniform Echo. This is November Alpha 1 Sierra, the International Space Station. Over.
NA1SS from K6DUE. That's loud and clear, Doug. How do you copy here? Over. NA1SS, NA1SS is the K6DUE calling on the backup frequency. How copy?
Delta Uniform Echo. This is November Alpha 1 Sierra on Prime, the International Space Station. Over.
NA1SS. NA1SS, K6DUE. I copy you loud and clear. Over.
Okay, we've got you loud and clear as well, and welcome aboard the International Space Station. We're ready for your questions.
Okay, thank you, Doug. We've got a lot of kids waiting, so I'll turn it over to the school. Go ahead, Italy.
Hi, I'm Laura. This is the first question. In what distance from the shuttle launch site can spectators still smell the rocket fumes? Over.
Oh, that's a good question. Actually, you can't get real close to the rocket, about 3 to 4 kilometers away, but you can still feel it, you can feel it, you can see it, you can hear it, and you can smell it. It's a pretty amazing view, even from 4 kilometers away.
My name is Lucia. How do you communicate with your family? Do you have internet access on board? Over.
And, well, we communicate via an internet protocol phone, so it's like a regular cell phone. We have a headset and we talk through a computer, but we can place calls to our friends and family. And also, we do have access to the internet on board as well. It's a little slow, but it's sort of like the old dial-up used to be. It's not real high speed, but it does work. Over.
I'm Lucia again. If you look outside the window, in what colors does the universe appear? Over.
Hi, Lucia. Great question. The universe, when we look out into the deep space and toward the stars, it's very, very dark. Not hardly any color at all. You can see some different coloration in the stars. There are different colors because of their brightness and intensity and density. However, so it looks pretty sterile and dark and kind of a little bit scary when you look out into deep space. But when you look at the Earth, it's like an explosion of color. There's all different sorts of colors and motion on the planet Earth, and it really looks beautiful against the backdrop of the darkness of space. Over.
My name is Roberta. What kind of experiment do you carry out on board the ISS? Over.
Hi, Valentina. A great question. We've got over 130 experiments going on board the space station, and some of them have to do with the medical field. We're investigating medical, not procedures, but the way to use pharmaceuticals and refine pharmaceuticals and have them transported into the body to help us fight diseases. And we also have experiments on the board that look at the Earth and help understand weather patterns and drainage and things like that to help our farmers grow crops on their farms and everything in between. Lots of different experiments on board. Over.
My name is Mariella. Can you observe Jupiter satellites from the ISS? Over.
Mariella, I think it was your name, and there's a question about the Jupiter satellites. And yes, we've got we can't see them with the naked eye. But we have binoculars on board, and also very, very powerful camera lenses that we can use the ISS as well.
Hi, my name is Mariana.
Getting a lot of squelch, but seem to drop out on the prime.
NA1SS, K6DUE. You've got noisy here too, Doug. I think we have some obscuration from the structure. Over.
November Alpha 1 Sierra, the International Space Station. We seem to have lost contact. We've got a squelch. I can hear somebody trying to talk, but I have no contact. Over.
NA1SS from K6DUE. How copy?